Welcome, everyone. Today, we are diving into a topic that is the absolute lifeblood of the modern service industry, and that is performance management. We are going to take a highly structured look at exactly how premium hospitality organizations ensure excellence across the board. If you are looking for grounded, practical knowledge that maps perfectly to real-world, high-level hotel operations, you are in the right place.
Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in the hospitality industry.
Let's quickly run through our agenda for today's explainer. We will be covering four main areas. Number 1, balancing structure and service. Number 2, the layered performance system. Number 3, continuous feedback and agility. And finally, number 4, technology empowering human empathy. All right, let's get into section 1, balancing structure and service, and looking at how we balance our outputs.
You know, there is a really unique tension at the core of our industry. Think about it. If we were in manufacturing or strictly administrative work, our output would just be measured by pure mechanical efficiency, like how many widgets did we make and how fast did we make them. But hospitality is a completely different world. We are constantly tasked with balancing hard, measurable productivity with the highly nuanced behavioral and emotional aspects of service. You literally cannot just measure the what in a premium hotel. You absolutely have to measure the how.
So, to pull off that balancing act, we rely on a performance management system. Essentially, this is a core framework that sets expectations, measures outcomes, provides feedback, and fundamentally supports continuous improvement. At institutions like Europe Hotel School, London, there's a profound philosophy we follow. Effective systems in hospitality are not just about control, not at all. They are actually designed to empower your team to perform at their absolute best, especially in those dynamic, high-pressure environments.
The crucial first step here is knowing exactly what expectations we are setting. In a hotel setting, these are incredibly multifaceted. Obviously, productivity matters, but guest satisfaction, teamwork, and strict adherence to brand standards, those are just as critical. It is really about making sure every single person's daily effort is perfectly aligned with the big picture organizational goals, all while keeping a relentless focus on top-tier service quality.
Moving right along to Section 2, the layered performance system, and how these expectations cascade down.
Those big, broad expectations we just talked about, they have to cascade downward through the entire complex structure of the organization. Think of it like a waterfall with 3 layers. At the very top, step 1, is the organizational level. That is the macro view, setting strategic priorities like revenue growth, guest loyalty, and overall brand consistency. Then, step 2 is the departmental level. This is where managers take those big goals and translate them into tangible targets, like room readiness times or service response standards. And finally, step 3 is the individual level. This is where we connect a team member's daily, role-specific tasks directly back up to those massive corporate goals.
Let's put that individual level into perspective for a second. Picture a front desk agent. If we only evaluated them on how fast they check people in, we would be completely ignoring the actual essence of hospitality. A truly balanced evaluation weighs check-in speed equally with things like communication style, problem-solving ability, and emotional intelligence. In a real performance framework, soft skills are 100% as vital as the hard operational metrics.
Now for Section 3, continuous feedback, agility, and responses.
Let me ask you a question. Why do traditional once-a-year appraisals completely fail in dynamic, real-time service environments? Think about it. Service happens in the moment. A guest's experience and their feedback are immediate. If you wait an entire 12 months to sit down and review an employee's performance, you create this massive counterproductive disconnect between the action and the coaching.
And that is exactly why modern hospitality requires a total paradigm shift. The old-school annual appraisal is static. It's delayed. It only looks backward. On the flip side, continuous check-ins are the new standard. We are talking about ongoing coaching conversations that create true agility. When feedback is continuous, your team can make rapid behavioral adjustments, fine-tuning their service delivery day by day, instead of waiting for an entire calendar year to roll around.
But here is the catch. For this continuous feedback loop to actually work, the foundation has to be built on rock-solid fairness and transparency.
As future leaders, you must ensure your team knows exactly how they are being assessed and how those outcomes impact their rewards and career progression. Honestly, even just the perception of unfairness undermines trust. And in a hotel environment, when trust goes, motivation goes, and that immediately degrades the quality of service provided to the guest.
Finally, let's look at Section 4, Technology Empowering Human Empathy and Connection.
Today, technology plays a massive, absolutely vital role in supporting performance management. In modern revenue offices and training facilities, leaders are relying on digital appraisal tools to track progress. They use highly sophisticated guest feedback platforms to gather real-time data, and they keep an eye on performance data dashboards to spot trends across the whole property. These tools give us incredible, unprecedented visibility into our operations.
However, we must never lose sight of this core principle, which is highly emphasized by Europe Hotel School London. Technology must enhance, not replace, human interaction. A dashboard is great, but the data is only as good as the conversation it sparks. Having meaningful performance discussions with your team remains the absolute center of employee engagement. The digital tools exist to empower human connection and drive sustainable performance, not to act as a substitute for a supportive, empathetic leader.
So, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to take forward into your careers. If technology perfectly tracks all the metrics and the data, how will you master the human touch? Because at the end of the day, it is that beautiful, seamless integration of structured efficiency and profound empathy that defines true excellence in hospitality. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I wish you immense success in your professional journey.